Students, in science we have till now studied about motion and the types of motion. We have also studied speed, distance and time, the problems related to them, and we have seen the graphs, time graphs, speed and time graph. Now we are going to take a totally new topic, a biology related topic, which is nutrition in animals. Now what is nutrition? Students, the process of taking food, intake of food, and then acquiring nutrients from that food is a process of nutrition. So whatever we eat and we break up that food into simpler substances to take nutrients from that, this whole process is nutrition. Now we know that plants can prepare their own food because they can do photosynthesis. So they are autotrophs, they can prepare their own food. But the animals are heterotrophs, they depend on certain other organisms for nutrition, so they are heterotrophs. Now in animals, there could be 5 categories according to the food habits, according to the mode in which they take their food. So the nutrition in animals include herbivores, carnivores, omnivores, scavengers and decomposers. Let us start with herbivores first. As the name suggests, herbivores are those animals which depend on herbs. Herbs means plants. So the plant eating animals are herbivores. They depend on plants for their nutrition. Now we all know that plants have cell wall in their cell, and cell wall is made up of cellulose. So the herbivores, the animals which are eating plants, should have a strong digestive function so that they could digest this cellulose and plant fibers. So yes, it is. Herbivores have a strong digestive function so that they can digest cellulose and plant fibers. Other than that, some herbivores, for example squirrel and rabbits, have sharp incisors so that they can nibble and bite the grass and nuts. You know, the incisors are the cutting teeth, the front cutting teeth. And in all herbivores, molars are flat because molars are those teeth which help in grinding the food. So herbivores have to grind the cellulose, the leaves and other plant foods. So molars have herbivores have well developed molars so that they can grind the leaves and other food like grains and nuts. Now in herbivores there is a category which is called ruminants. They are also herbivores, but they are also ruminants. That means they have 4 chambers in their stomach. For example, cows, sheep, goat, yak, giraffe, antelopes, they are ruminants. Rumination is a process in which an animal eat their food and then get it back from their stomach back into their mouth and chew it while resting. So ruminants have 4 compartments in their stomach. So this is a ruminant, this is a cow. Cow will eat grass, and from esophagus this grass will pass into the first chamber, which is rumen. This is the largest chamber. Then into the second chamber, reticulum, and from second chamber, what happens here in first 2 chambers, the food is mixed with saliva and is separated into layers of solid and liquid. So the food will enter in these 2 chambers, saliva will get mixed here, and the food will get separated into solid and liquid. Then solid clumps together to form the cud. Whatever the solid particles are there in the food will clump together to form the cud, and there are certain microbes present in the stomach and that they will ferment this cud. Now this cud will again go back to the mouth. So this food has entered from mouth through esophagus, the first chamber and the second chamber, and the cud has been prepared with the help of microbes, and then the food will again be going back into the mouth. And you must have seen a cow chewing, sitting, taking rest and chewing. So at that time that cow is chewing the cud which has been brought back from the stomach back into the mouth. and then this curd then goes to the third chamber where water is added and necessary nutrients are absorbed in the blood. Then this curd goes to the third chamber, which is omasum. This is the third chamber and the smallest chamber, and here nutrients are absorbed, and then the remaining undigested food is passed on to the last chamber, which is abomasum. This is the food digested from all the three chambers is then passed on to the fourth chamber for the further digestion. So this is what happens in ruminants. In our next lecture, we will study about carnivores, omnivores and so on.